Hey guys, I'm Daisho, and I'm here with some more Hearthstone. I just woke up a minute ago, so I guess that's why I can't speak. And, yeah, let's go. Doing another arena run, of course. That's all we do these days. And I think I'm going to go Paladin. I actually like these three. Did an Onduin one a little while ago. Didn't go so well. Garrosh has been my most successful one, but I think I already did one. And, yeah, we're going to go with Paladin here. It's a little loud. I'm going to decrease the volume a little bit. Okay, so this one's actually pretty tough choice. All three of these cards are actually pretty playable. Sunwalker can just be like a stone wall in the end of the game that you just drop and your opponent's like, I have to throw 4 creatures away to actually kill that. But with Uther, I just have so much potential to abuse a Knife Juggler that I think I have to take it here. I'm going to go with the Knife Juggler, just because I can use his ability, and it'll just deal 1 damage to them at random, and that's just awesome. I'm going to take the Swamp Ooze here. I like 2-mana 3/2s in general, and the fact that this guy can get ridiculous value against 3, I think, of the... maybe more. No, it's Uther, Garrosh, and Rexxar. Oh, and also Thrall can all get weapons. So yeah, I mean, you can just get a ton of value out of the Acidic Swamp Ooze. Okay, when your opponent plays a minion, reduce its health to 1. That's just not very good. I mean, I don't know why you would ever play that card. You can always just play like Hunter's Mark, which is just so much better, and that card is still terrible. Delarian Mage is not going to be very good in this deck. I think the only damage spells are Hammer of Wrath and Consecration, which, I mean, sure, would be fine with those, but I think I'm just going to go with the 5/4 Taunt. Okay, so this is actually a really good pack. Blessing of Wisdom is one of the cards that I like the most in this, in Paladin. But at the same time, there's an Acidic Swamp Ooze and a Dark Iron Dwarf. I already have 1 Swamp Ooze. Getting a second one might be good. And I really like Dark Iron Dwarf as well. I mean, that card is just, it seems so powerful. Because being a 4/4 is already good, and then having the +2 effect is really good. I think I'm probably going to go with it, but I'm not sure. Maybe Swamp Ooze is just better, but yeah, I mean, unfortunately I can't take the Blessing of Wisdom because the other 2 cards are just really good. And then this pack happens. Probably going to be Elven Archer, but not a big fan of any of these cards, I guess. I'll just go with the Tiger. The Tiger's pretty good too. Okay, Hammer of Wrath is a fine card. I'm very happy to pick one of those up at any time. So, when I saw this card originally, I thought it was terrible, and I don't watch too much streaming, but I did watch a stream the other day, and the person was running like 2 of them in their deck, and she was obviously very good at the game, and yeah, not really sure what to think about that. I think it's still going to be Raid Leader here. I mean, Paladin's ability just gets so much better if you can pump up the creatures in a massive way, like with Raid Leader. Alright, so you just never pass True Silver Champion, and if you do that, then your Uther will just win so many more games. I think Divine Favor is a very good card, but so is Argent Commander, and I think this is actually one of the best cards. One of the best, like, all classes rares. None of these are even remotely good. Like, these 2 are basically unplayable in this deck, so I guess I'll just take the 2/2 for 2. That has a weird effect. I think Argent Squire is playable, but I do kind of want a top end, and Stormwind is really good in this kind of deck, so I'm going to go with Stormwind. Alright, Ironforge Rifleman is an okay card, and I need some early drops anyway. I do want some 2 drops. Alright, so I have a couple of options here. I already have 3 4-drops, but that's not so many, so I can take another one. I just expect this deck to load on 4-drops because True Silver Champion, Consecration, and Hammer of Wrath are all 4s, and those are basically cards that I take over almost anything in this deck. I just don't like Shield Bearer very much, but it's not terrible for, like, especially since I have this Knife Juggler, and if I can get some more stuff like that, so... You know, I'm going to go with the Shield Bearer, and we'll see how it works out here. Alright, so these are 3 cards that I would play. I just need to figure out which one I want the most. I do like Noble Sacrifice. It just messes them up so much. But like if you can, it's perfect with Knife Juggler, because if you can protect your Knife Juggler, a lot of the time it can just survive, and then this thing helps you protect it, and it also shoots them. Then again, Light Justice might be a card that I want to try rolling with, but I also do like Leper Gnome as a creature, an aggressive creature that can trade with their 2-drops and still do some damage, or just start hitting them for a lot of damage. I think I'm gonna go with the Leper Gnome, but I'm pretty sure all those would have worked. All right, Argent Protector is a sweet card. I mean, so often you can just get a 2-for-1 out of it. You just play it the turn you're attacking where you would have traded, and then you don't trade and you still have a 2/2. Blessing of Kings is fine, but sorry. This talking thing is just not working for me today. I think I'm going to go with the second raid leader. I have a few things for... Actually, I have a fair amount of things that work with to have Battle Cry. But still, I'm going to... So, Ancient Brewmaster gets a little bit better, but I'm going to still go with the raid leader here. Farseer is fine. It's not a great card, but it's not terrible either. Okay, I don't like either of these two. Just like 1-mana spells that don't have a huge effect, and I kind of do like this guy who can often just come down and kill something. Alright, I'm not sure what to really think of Hand of Protection. I mean, as I said earlier, with Argent Protector, you can often get a 2-for-1 off him just by playing in 2/2. So, by that logic, you should also be able to just get a 1-for-1 off this thing pretty easily. And it only costs 1 mana, so it has a pretty... It's got a pretty low ceiling, or low floor, so it's going to be decent no matter what you do. And do I really need a third raid leader? Probably not. Then there's also this guy. I already have a bunch of 5s and a couple, I don't think a 6 and a 7. I'm going to go with the Hand of Protection here. Hooray! We got Sword of Justice and Lay on Hands. Whenever you can get an epic in your class, then that's just very, very good. Or not always, but most of the time it really, really helps. Pyroblast, Sword of Justice. I think it's going to be Sword of Justice. I like Lay on Hands a fair amount, but Sword of Justice is just real good. Alright, so Bloodsail Raider is a 2-drop, which I really want. And I have a True Silver Champion and a Sword of Justice already. I only have 9 more picks after this, but there is a possibility I get another True Silver Champion. I'm going to go with the Bloodsail Raider here. And I do want more 2-drops at this point. Well, I like Voodoo Doctor better than Frostwolf Grunt, I think. So I'm going to go for it. Yay! True Silver Champion. I like Argent Protector a lot, but again, you just take True Silver Champion over almost anything. It's so hard to beat. I think I'm going to go for an Iron Forge Rifleman, number 2. I do like the card a fair amount. Don't like either of these two guys very much, so I'll go for this Lord of the Arena, which I also don't love, but okay, I mean, I'm probably going to take Argent Protector. I like the other 2 cards also. Acolyte of Pain just gets you a ton of card draw, and often you can draw 2 cards off that thing, because yeah, I mean, if you play it into a board where they have like a 1-power or 2-power dude, but not a 3-power dude, then you can just attack into one of their guys, and then for them to finish it off, then they have to go ahead and do that, and attack him, and he draws another card. And I have almost no card draw in this deck right now, but I'm going to go for Argent Protector. And we get a 3rd True Silver Champion. Again, like, there just isn't a limit of the amount of those I'm going to take. So, this is awkward. I would play all 3 of these cards in my deck. Alder Peacekeeper is so good, because it's a 3/3 for 3, which is kind of what you expect. You might hope for a 4/3, but... and then it has a sweet Enter the Battlefield effect that, like, just neuters their biggest guy, and he's awesome. But Knife Juggler is also really, really good in this deck. And, I don't know, I picked up a bunch of 1-drops, so I think I'm going to go with the Knife Juggler, but I do like both of those cards a lot. Not a big fan of any of these. I'm going to go with the Jungle Panther, though. Didn't get any Consecration, so Equality gets a lot worse. but at the same time, it's better than the others. Alright, so this deck, I think it turned out pretty well. I mean, I've got 3 True Silver champions. I don't have too much energy, but I also have some good rares in Argent Commander, double Knife Juggler, and I have an epic in Sword of Justice. So we'll see how this goes. I can see it doing pretty well. I don't have any Amani Berserkers, which is my favorite 2-drop, or Raging Worgens, which, I mean, I just love that ability, the Enrage for plus attack, or +1 in Wind Fury, or whatever. Alright, so we're playing against Big AT here. Swamp Ooze, sure, as a 2-drop, I'm happy to play it. I don't think I need equality, but everything else in this hand seems okay. There's a Raid Leader. Maybe relevant a little bit later on, or maybe even at the beginning, you never know. I think I'm probably just going to coin into this Swamp Ooze, though. He's obviously not a mulligan 2 cards, okay. I'm trying to pay more attention to the subtle things, like which card your opponent is playing from his hand, how long cards stay in his hand. Alright, so he's got an Argent Squire. That makes coining into... oh, okay, never mind. So now I can coin into this Swamp Ooze, be happy, because I can play that thing next turn. It's better than playing just doing a Reinforce that just gets eaten by the Argent Squire. But as I was saying, I'm trying to pay more attention to the subtle things. I think it'll make me a lot better of a player, and I think it's something that I need to do if I want to get to a more elite level, rather than just being an average player. Right, so he's just gonna do that. I guess he's trying to just trade off. To be honest, I might just Crazed Alchemist and eat his guy here. I think that's better than just doing like 3 damage to him. So it basically just gives me a 1/2, and I get to kill his creature. So I mean, it's not insane for me, but it's also not terrible, especially since I can follow it up with a Raid Leader next turn, giving this guy 3 power and this guy 2 power. So I might be able to trade this guy again, or at least be able to trade this guy and then hit him for 2. Alright, so he's got that. It might just be a good old 2-for-1 for him. Alright, I think, yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to play this Jungle Panther, and I'm going to attack him. Maybe I should have just thrown that at him, but next turn I can play True Silver Champion, or if I draw a 2-drop, I can Knife Juggler and play the 2-drop and hope to hit it, and if not, then just 2-for-1 myself. But, alright, that thing's pretty big. He's just going to hit me. Sure. That works. So, couple of options here. Enrage for Juggler and summon, that's what I meant. Or that's what I should have said. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I'm going to play Knife Juggler and play a Shield Bearer. And hope to hit one of his creatures. Yeah, that's perfect. So now I can just trade this thing off for it. And, trying to decide if I want to trade these 2 guys off it. Probably not. I'm just going to hit him in the face for 6 here. And there's, like, next turn I can play Raid Leaders to make the Jungle Panther trade. I don't know, there's just a lot that I can do. He might get some value out of it by playing, oh. God damn it. I was just thinking about Holy Nova or something like that. So I definitely should have made that trade, just to play around Holy Nova. Alright, so what do we want to do right now? Probably just... Alright, maybe we do just equality here. And then play a Raid Leader.
Let me think.
Or I guess we can equality and then play a Reinforce. Just to take care of this thing. That seems like such a waste. But otherwise my play this turn is going to be really bad. Yeah, I really shouldn't have played so hard into that Holy Nova. I could have killed that guy, and then it wouldn't have been such a big deal. It would have just been like a 2-for-1. Oh, it would have been a 1-for-0. Like it would have been a 1-for-1 basically. All right. I could just play True Silver Champion, attack that thing. That seems bad. It's just hard to play this game when all of your plays just suck. All right. I guess I'll just play as True Silver Champion and pass. And then next turn I'll play Equality and then attack a couple of his guys. Or kill one of his guys at least. But that Holy Nova is probably going to lose me this game. Okay. That turn could have been a lot worse for me. It seems pretty bad, but I do have Equality. It's too bad I don't have Consecration in this deck. Alright, so I made all his guys ones. Can go ahead and attack that. And then summon a soldier, which can trade with anything on the board. But he's probably just going to make that trade. Still, I mean, I'm going to get hit for 4 here, but then I'm going to be able to finish this thing off. And then I have another True Silver champion waiting. And I also have a Stormwind champion. So, you know, this game could be going a lot worse, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, is this like a maybe I should have killed this? No, I think it's good to kill that thing, because it takes off the threat of him making more 1/1s, which trade with my 1/1s, which trade with his guys, so, I don't know, even though he, okay, so he's got a Jungle Panther, that's pretty good, that's, I mean, it's a lot of damage here. Alright, so yeah, that's the trade that I thought he would make. And he's got this Imp Master that I do kind of want to take care of. So I might just attack into that thing here. Oh my god. Sure. I'll go with that. And then, playing the Raid Leader here is fine. I think I'd rather play the Stormwind. I'm just playing it as a 7-mana 6/6 here, obviously, since I don't have anything else on the board, but that's fine here. I just need to trade with his guys. Okay, he's got a Shadow Word Death. Oh no, he's got a Mind Control. Well, that was a reason to not play Stormwind. I think I'm dead now, like, regardless of what I draw here. Even if I had Consecration. Alright, well played. That's unfortunate. I don't think I was winning that one. Like, my other play would have been Raid Leader, which would have been exactly the same thing, and then he would have just killed me the next turn. But that was really just my bad with the playing straight into the Holy Nova. If I had killed the Violet Teacher, it could have been a different game. I mean, I was just drawing into a billion True Silver champions, so I mean, yeah. But then again, eventually he was going to be able to mind control that Stormwind, so it probably was not a winning game regardless of the play, but. Yeah. Anyway, let's find a new game, hopefully a better game. When I play on video, it just seems like I lose so many more games. I don't even think that I'm playing worse. It just, maybe I'm getting matched up against different people. I don't know. I mean, I probably don't have that big of a sample size so that it would be completely even. So, since I have so many of these True Silver champions, I can be fine throwing it away. And I want some 2-drops. Ideally, I want 2 2-drops in every. Alright. That's perfect. In every hand where I have the coin. So I think I am going to coin into this Knife Juggler, depending if he doesn't do anything on turn 1. If he plays a 2/1, obviously I'm not going to do it. But it's pretty good because in the next turn, if he does play something, then I can Argent Protector or my Knife Juggler and attack. Probably not going to play this Bloodsail Raider until I get a True Silver champion out, since I have 3 of those and I have Sword of Justice. So like, it just doesn't make any sense to play this guy out before I get a weapon. Greetings. Oh man, this is just going well. One thing I should maybe look about, wow. Maybe one thing that I should try and play around is Forked Lightning here, just because it would be so good for him. Alright, so, I mean, to do that, I could just play this Argent Protector, I mean, that loses to, like, Hex, but that's not so bad. Hopefully I shoot this thing. No, I didn't. Alright, so, I guess I'm attacking this. He was probably going to attack my guy anyway, so I could have gotten the extra 3 damage in, but it's just not worth it in case he has, like, a Flame Tongue Totem or something like that he can just play and pump up his guy, or even, like, a Raid Leader or a Rockbiter. Well, I guess Rockbiter weapon, you could do that, but it still would be better to do it on its guy. I don't know. There's just a lot of ways that. Yeah, sure. That seems terrible. I mean, yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna play Knife Juggler and Leopardome here. I don't understand that play at all. Like, how can you not have anything better than a 5-1 against a board with a Knife Juggler on it? But luckily, I did draw into this True Silver Champion, so, I mean, my 4 into my 5 next turn is going to be very good. So, let's see. I could just, yeah, it might just be better instead of doing this turn to just play this thing. And I'm gonna assume that one of those Knife Jugglers is gonna hit that thing. Or actually, I wanted to do 2 of them. I don't know why I just did that. Do I want to throw away a Knife Juggler or these 2 guys? Probably these 2 guys, to be honest. We are doing like a good amount of damage right now, and my opponent is actually just getting very close to dead. So, okay, well I'll stall the ground out a little bit, but not too much. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Ooh, it's a good one. Yeah, and then I'm going to play. Oh, I only have 6. I was gonna play True Silver Champion into Bloodsail Raider, but I can't do that. It looks like I might be losing one of my Knife Jugglers here. Nah, I don't really have to. I could just do this, and then trigger that thing twice, then do this, and hopefully one of the other ones will hit this thing, and then hopefully the other one will hit this. Oh. Alright, can't get everything, right? So we're just gonna trade there. And yeah, I mean, next turn I can play True Silver Champion into Bloodsail Raider. I still have a Knife Juggler around, and my opponent is at 9 life. I mean, Knife Juggler is such a sweet card, and since I was able to play 2 of them and like continuously protect them so that my opponent could never get a board presence, was kind of insane. All right, so he's gonna go with that. Sure. That doesn't help him that much. Wait, what? How could you possibly attack me? I don't see how you could possibly attack anything that's not Knife Juggler. 5, 7, 8. Alright, so I mean, he's not dead on board, but he's dead to this True Silver Champion. Alright, 5. Yeah, that's 9. Or that's 10, rather. Gain that 2 life back. And I still had the Bloodsail Raider to play that turn. I also could have just killed him with Argent Commander. So yeah, there was little to no chance that I was losing that one. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.